Hello everyone, welcome to the another video of our series UPSC CSE 2026 CSAT paper. I am Dr. Ritesh Singla. This is the fourth lecture of this series. If you have not watched the previous lectures, you can watch it in the playlist. In this lecture, we will start from question number 33. The previous question based on mathematics and logical reasoning are already been discussed. So let us jump to the question. It is saying that P, Q, R, S, and T are ranked 1 to 5, not necessarily in that order. So let me just write the whatever rank is possible. P, Q, R, S, T. We do not know the rank as the rank of P is 4. So they are saying that rank of P is 4. Q is not equal to 5. Okay, no worries. R rank is 1. S is not equal to 2 and T is not equal to 3. Okay, then which of the following is correct? So rank of P and rank of R is fixed. You need to play in Q, S and T where the rank could move from 2, 3 and 5. Suppose the rank of S is 3. If S is equal to 3, then Q and T have choices from 2 and 5, right? Because 1 is already taken, 3 is taken, 4 is taken. So Q and T can take either 2 or 5. But it is being provided that Q cannot be equal to 5. So Q will be 2 and T will be 5. So what it is saying, if rank of S is 3, then that of T is 2. But no, if S is equal to 3, then T has to be 5. First statement is wrong. If Q is equal to 3, then S and T have choices again from 2 and 5, right? If Q is 3, then S and T can be either 2 and 5. Okay, but it has been mentioned that S cannot be 2, so S has to be 5. If S is 5, T has to be 2. So if the rank of Q is 3, then we know that rank of T is 2, but it is not 5. So this is also wrong. So which of the following is correct? Neither one nor two. Both are incorrect. Because we have evaluated that if rank of S is 3, then rank of T is 5. If rank of Q is 3, then rank of T is 2. Hence proved. Question number 34. Two identical straight roads are painted in 5 distinct colors so that each of them gets divided into 5 equal parts along the length. In one of them, the portions are marked as P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. So let me make two roads. Say these are your two roads, and they are marked, say P1, P2. As they said, it is not necessarily true that they are in the same order, but I'm just saying that we at least we will have 5 different shades. Similarly here. Okay. In one of them, whereas in the other they are marked as these. When the roads are kept parallel to each other, P1 and Q3 are against each other. Okay. So P1 is equal to Q3. So wherever P1 will be, Q3 will be there. Okay. P4 match Q1 or Q2. So if I'm having P4 somewhere here, so either the first in the adjacent block it is Q1 or Q2. Similarly, if I know the position of Q1, Q4, then in the left side it is either P3 or P5. If Q3 and Q5 are adjacent, so basically either it is, if I'm starting from above to top to bottom, it is either Q3 then Q5, or it is either Q5 or Q3. Which of the following is or are possible? Q3 is marked at the middle of the portion. So suppose for the time being, let us see whether it is possible or not. If say Q3 is here, we know that P1 needs to be here. Then we know that either Q5 will be above or bottom. So without loss of generality, let me put it at bottom, right? So if Q5 is here, then I have all the liberty of the universe. Like I can put anything anywhere. So I put P4 here. So P4 is here, so either Q1 or Q2 will be here. So let's say I put Q2 here. And suppose I put Q4 here, then P3 or P5 should be here. So let me put P5 here. Then say P3 is here, P2 is here, and then Q1 is here. This is one of the possibility, right? If you see P1 and Q3 are against each other and P4 matches Q1 or Q2, so P4 is matching Q2, Q4 matches P3 or P5, so Q4 is matching P5, Q3 and Q5 are adjacent, right? So all the conditions are met. So Q3 is marked at the middle portion, so it is quite possible. They are not saying that it will be the only case. It is, the question is asking whether this is possible or not. So yes, Q3 in the middle is possible. P2 is marked at one of the extreme points of the straight road, and we can see that somehow we do not need to use a lot of brain here. P2 is already at the extreme point, so even second thing is possible. Okay, so both 1 and 2 are possible. Option C. Okay, let us move to the next question. It is question number 35. 7-person A, B, C, D, E, F, G travel by 3 cars. So let me make 3 cars, X, Y, and say Z. These are my 3 cars. A and other 2 of them travel by X. So A is there. We do not know the position of other 2 which are traveling here, but at least we know that A is traveling in X. Okay. Only E and G, only E travels with G. So if E and G are the only one traveling together, so they cannot be in X. They are either in Y or in Z. So for rough, let me put E plus G here or E plus G here for the time being. C travels by Z. So they are saying that C is already here. So C, if C is in Z, so E plus G cannot be in Z. So E plus G is forced to be in Y, right? B does not travel with Y. So B इसमें आ भी नहीं सकता और हमें पहले भी पता है. We already knew that B cannot travel in Y. Okay. Besides, A and B do not travel by the same car. So A is traveling in X. A and B are not traveling in the same car. So B is not in X. B is not in Y. So B is in Z. So A, B, C are gone. So what are we left with? D and F. And it was already mentioned in the question earlier that A is traveling with 2 more people. So those 2 more people are D and F. All 7 are placed in some car. Okay, so this is done. All the information have been input here. Which of the following are correct? No one travels alone. That is true because everyone has a company. Option 1 is true. Only D travels with F. Is it true? Only D travels with F? No, because A, D, and F all are traveling together. This is incorrect. Only C travels with B. From Z, you can see that C and B are only one who are traveling together. So, 1, 3 is true. So, option B is true. 1 and 3 only. Right? Let us move to the next question. Question number 36. There are 4 statements X, Y, Z, and W. Their relations are as follows. If X is incorrect, then so is Z. X is incorrect implies Z is incorrect. Y is incorrect implies W is correct, which implies X is incorrect, and from first condition, which implies Z is incorrect. Okay. Which of the following is or are correct? If x is correct, then so is y. If x is correct, then so is y. Suppose x is correct, but y is incorrect. But if y is incorrect, then w is correct. If w is correct, then x is incorrect, which is not true because it is given that x is correct. Hence, wrong assumption. And what was our assumption? That y is incorrect. This implies y has to be correct. That is, if x is correct, then y has to be correct. There is no other choice on y. Similarly, if z is correct, then it is not necessary that y is correct. See, if z is correct, and suppose it is saying that it is not necessary that y is correct. So when we say that it is not necessary that y is correct, so y can be incorrect, right? So is it possible that y is incorrect? No, because if y is incorrect, then w is correct, which means x is incorrect, which means z is incorrect. But the assumption is z is correct. So if z is correct, then it is necessary that y is correct. This note is creating a trouble. So equation 1 is perfectly correct. Equation 2 is wrong. So answer is option A. Have you understood it? That we have this chart. If y is incorrect, it will imply that w is correct. W is correct implies x is incorrect, and x is incorrect will imply z is incorrect. So if any of x or z is correct, then it has to be sure that y has to be correct, because it has been given that if y is incorrect, then x and z will be incorrect for sure. Okay, so option 1 only is the correct answer. Let us move to the next question. If x and y are two runners who run for the same duration of time on the same circular track, they started running at the same time in the same direction with uniform speed. See, this is the same type of question which we have already taken care of. That is for the train question. So train and person. So when they will travel in the same direction, their relative speed, relative distance will be decrease, right? So if it is someone is traveling with x, second one is traveling with y, so the relative is will be x minus y. And when they will be traveling in opposite direction, so they will come closer fast, so their speed will be added, so x plus y. So that is the basic idea behind question number 37, and you can easily solve it, so we will not discuss it now. Let us move to the next question, question number 38. In an objective type question paper, 5 marks are awarded for a correct answer and 2 marks are deducted for a wrong answer. Okay. A student attempted all the question and got a score of 69. Had he been awarded 4 marks for a correct answer and 1 marks deducted for a wrong answer, he would have scored 84. How many questions were there in the question paper? Suppose number of question is x, n. Number of question is n. Number of correct be say x. So number of incorrect कितने हो जाएंगे n minus x, because he have attempted all the question. Now in an objective type question paper, 5 marks are awarded for a correct answer. So how much he should get? 5x, and 2 are deducted, minus 2 into 9 n minus x, it is 69. This implies 7x minus 2n is equal to 69. Had he been awarded 4 marks for the correct answer and deducted 1 marks for the wrong answer, the score would have been 84. This implies 5x minus n is equal to 84. We want to find n, right? So let us just solve it. Make it 10x minus 2n and make it Okay, let me just write it. Let me write here 168. If I just subtract it, it will be 3x is equal to 99. X will be 33. And once x is 33, you will get that n is equal to 81 by substituting it in this equation. That 7, 3, 21, 22, 31 minus 69, it is 2, and it is 16, and divided by 2, it is 81. Yes, n will be 81. So the correct answer is option number B. Easy. So with this, we have tackled all the questions of set A, which were there in between question number 30 to 40. The next line of question we will discuss in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.